What's up, everyone? It's Josh. We're back in the studio. It's an awesome Wednesday. Hope you guys are staying healthy and having fun, and keeping safe and all that good stuff. We're back in the studio. We're with another awesome episode of Josh in the Studio. We're doing some remixes today, of course. Today I sat in a class, and they were talking about sampling and remixes and things like that. And I just really enjoyed the topic and everything. And I wanted to do a remix of one of the songs that they were talking about in the class, which was My Favorite Things. And so you guys might have heard this song before. So we're going to do a remix of it. And I'm going to just take the MIDI file in here, and we're going to do some really fun things with this. So first, I'm going to just play what we have so far of the MIDI track. I'm just going to show you some different ways you can manipulate the sound to get like what you're looking for. So I'm going to just play it with a simple keyboard sound first. So you can hear like the foundation of the song. So, all right, let's play what we got. Okay. So there's a lot going on in this. There's some chords, there's a higher end melody, and it's all in one MIDI track. And what we want to do today is separate this a little bit. We're going to keep that foundation of a piano track, but then we're going to add like a guitar sound and like a bass sound to it as well. And so what I'm going to show you what you want to do with this track is we're just going to press Command C. Then highlight the next track over here, and then we're going to press Command V. Okay, now that's just basically copying and pasting that entire track into this other guitar track. So what I want to do is I want to cut out like the lower end of the song and just focus on the melody of the song. So that's all of this stuff right here. So you're going to hear some weird noises for a second, but we're going to just hold our mouse, hover it from the top, and drag it all the way through all those notes that we want to delete. Okay, so we're going to delete all of that low end. Then we're going to come back to the top, and so then you can hear what we have. And if we hear anything that sounds weird, we can also isolate some of those notes and take that out too as well. So I'm going to change the guitar sound a little bit too. All right, so let's. Cool, I like that. Cool. So next what we're going to do is add a bass track to it. So I know we chose that bass sound, but I like it on the high end, but now I want a darker, more muffled bass sound for the low end. So again, I'm going to paste my original track. So I'm going to rewind it all the way to the top. I'm going to paste. Bam. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to double click and get into that piano roll. Okay. Now we're going to hear some weird sounds, but we're going to just focus on just cutting out the high end of the song. And this is what this is an actual audio sample of what I sounded like when I first started playing guitar. So but with practice, I eventually sounded better. All right, so now we're going to take this track from the very top. We're going to change the guitar sound because we want a bass sound here. And let's just focus on just isolating all the tracks except for the bass so we can hear what the bass sounds like. So I go over here on this headset. I'm just going to isolate everything, just the bass, so I can hear just the bass. Cool. There we go. So I added a little bit more reverb to give a little bit more depth. Cool. All right, now from the top, and I'm going to put everything else inside of it. Cool. I like the way that sounds. So next thing that I want to add is like a drum sound. And if you want to add more things too, you can do a similar thing and double up like the guitars or things like that. But let's first add some drums, and then we'll examine some of the other parts and see if we need to double up some of the sounds to make them stand out a little bit more. All right, so when you go to your drum loop bank right here in the top right hand corner, we have that music note. We're going to click on that. It's going to bring up our loops. You can type in drums. You can click on these different keys up top here that will bring up drums as well. What I like to do is just listen to the samples of drums and see some of the things that I think would sound good in the song. Just click through your drums and pick out ones that you want to use. So a lot of times when I do this, I'll take a pen and something to write down some things that stand out when I'm kind of brainstorming how I want the drums to come in and come out of the song. So you can go through your whole bank, and if something stands out, just write it down. Okay. So how I want to start this song off with is starting off with some shakers. You can type in shaker. Yeah, that's cool. So I found it. I'm going to double click on that. It's going to bring the track into your session. Right click, press play. Oops. Okay. And press that play button. Yeah, not the kind of shaker that I want. Okay, let's try this one. I'm going to mute this one. I'm going to add another drum track on top with a shaker, maybe to give it a Latin feel. So let's type in Latin, and then we can isolate to just hear just Latin beats. So I like Latin on top one. We're going to take it from the top. Let's hear it. As I hear it back, I actually want to take off the shakers. So let's hear what that sounds like. Cool. And I'm going to drag this so I can loop this by clicking on the top right hand corner where you see that circle kind of recycle sign and drag that over to, I think, measure 10. Okay. Now I want to change the drum beats one more time. So one more measure. Okay. So once you play around with your drum loops, you'll eventually start finding things that you like. So I liked the Essential Pop drums that we're hearing at the top. Cool. I'm going to go with this sound. And one thing you can do is you can either drag the loop around to fit where you want to come in with a certain type of drum sound that you have. You can take that same drum rhythm, though, and use the same exact drum kit so it doesn't change the sound by just dragging it up into place. Now let's hear how this transition sounds. Cool. So that's the beat that I want. I needed this to come in one more beat after. So we can drag this over here and let's hear if this is the right place. And there I want to change that drum beat. So I'm going to drag this top right hand corner, drag it over to where I want a different drum beat to come in. So there's another one that I liked. I think it was called Feel It. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So double click on that. Loading, of course. Okay. Now I'm going to take this drum beat and I'm going to move it into place. It's going to come in, whoop, too far. Okay. This one I want to come in right here. Okay. Let's hear how that sounds. It's going to sound different too, coming in from this. Okay. It needs to come in a little bit more before. I think right here. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep that one throughout the rest of the song. So I can just drag this and bring it all the way over here. Now, one thing that's kind of cool too is if you like your drum beat, but you want to add some more complexity to it, you can look through your drum samples. Oops, just drums. So you can click on here just for the drum beats. And double click on something that's a little bit more drivey. And then you can have two drums going on at the same time. Let's hear what that sounds like. want this to come in a little bit earlier, and I want a bigger drum sound. So I'm going to take this drum beat that I had at the top, and I'm going to drag it all the way over here. Let's hear what these two drums sound like together. Okay. Cool. One thing I can do is double click on my drums, and I'm going to try to make these drums sound bigger by increasing the room and increasing the reverb of them. Yeah, cool. All right, right now it's on a loop. If you can see right up there. Okay, now let's try it again. Cool. All right, so what I want to do next, now that I'm happy with my drum sound, is examine the melody a little bit more and kind of make the melody stand out a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is make another track. So I'm going to go down here and make a copy of a track, add new track. I'm going to double up that guitar sound. So I can bring this melody right here. I can just command copy, then bring it all the way down to here. Scroll all the way over. Make sure it lines up right. Okay, so Command V. There we go. Delete that. Bring this over to the start. Okay, now I have that same melody in here. Okay, I don't want that overly distorted guitar, so I'm going to change the sounds a little bit. And I'm going to scroll through the different types of guitar sounds that I have. Cool. I went with this pop guitar. I put a lot of reverb on it too, just to make it a little bit more dreamy. I want to beef up that bass a little bit more too. So I'm going to make a copy of this bass track. You can do this too, which is just duplicating the bass track. It's another way to do it. And then, so now I have a complete copy of this without having to control C and Control V. So now I have this copy. So let's hear what that sounds like. It's automatically set in this. Let's see. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, that's that track. Okay, let's scroll up and find our bass track. There's a bass track. Here it is. Okay. Cool. I like that. Let's hear it with everything. Cool. So let's hear everything together from the top. I doubled up a couple of the melody and bass tracks, and I'm piecing it all together. Let's hear it. Cool. All right. So if you want to make your own remix, make sure to go to our website, go to rocktothefuture.org, programs /online learning, or on our main page, click programs and online classes and live streams. Here you get to see all of the cool classes that we offer, and our cool live streams that you're watching right now, with me in the studio with Josh. And on the same page, we have some awesome classes that are happening right now. On Tuesdays, we have sampling and arranging. There's music production elements, remixes with kids in sound traps, song analysis and ear training, group guitar, group bass lessons, group keyboard lessons. And these are all free for Philadelphia youth. Make sure to go to our website. You can use this portal right here to log into your classes and see all of the upcoming classes that you can register for. If you're a new student, just sign up right here. We'll send you a registration code. Once you log in, it's going to look like this, where you see your account, and you can click on calendar. And then when you click on calendar, you see all the classes that we offer that are completely free. And we do have a bunch of spaces available for our classes this week, and even next week we have some classes with some open spots. So hope you guys can join us. And if you are working on some remixes, I would love to hear about them. Comment below on the remix that I should do next week, or if you create your own remix of the songs that we're currently doing. Would love to hear your remix. All right, well, take it easy. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys next week.